Hey guys, it's Matt with CJ Off-Road here. Now in front of me on the table, I've got the Rough Country Hard Tonneau cover fitting your 2020 and newer Jeep Gladiator. Now what's nice about this Rough Country kit is that it is a very durable tri-fold cover. You can feel that it is a nice secure cover that's going to go on the back of your Jeep Gladiator, securely lock all your contents, and give you a nice looking clean finish. Comes with both side rails, drainage tubes, and all the necessary hardware to get it installed. And if you're like this Jeep behind me, a 2021 that didn't come with a factory tonneau cover, this is a great option for you. It's reasonably priced and it's going to keep all your items nice and secure in the bed while keeping it pretty much waterproof. These aren't 100% waterproof depending on the type of rain and snow that you get, but they'll do a very good job at keeping that water out. Now this installation is very simple to get done. We're going to go ahead and show you how to do it on our brand new Jeep Gladiator. Alright guys, well the first step is obviously we've got our bed here, we got the tailgate open, and we're going to go ahead and grab these front mounted brackets. Now this side it says an R on it, and that's going to be the right hand side or passenger side. And what you're going to do is simply set that right into place, and using the most inward threaded hole here, go ahead and grab one of your 10mm bolts, and we'll get that started by hand here. Now with this, since your bed was painted and all these holes were painted with it, we're just going to go ahead and do it nice and slow to tighten it, just to make sure we don't strip or mess up any of the threads. Also with this, we're just going to get it snugged up into place. We're not going to fully tighten it until we get the other bracket bolted onto it. And as you can see, this actually notches right into the key here. So there's a small, just a hexagon there. It'll notch right into it. We just got it nice and snugged up. It's not completely tightened, but we'll go ahead and grab our side rails next, and then we'll bolt this down to it. There's a small piece of plastic on the bedside. You can see the markings around it. This will have to be cut out. This is normally removed if you have a factory tonneau cover as well. So we're just gonna go ahead and grab a sharp blade and apply downward pressure to just cut it right out at the notches. So with it cut, you can then just remove it and throw this in the trash. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab our side rails, and as you can see, there's two exposed welded in nuts there. We can set the side rail in, put 2 bolts in there, and then we'll have 2 bolts up front into those brackets we just installed. So what we're gonna do is install our rear mounted bracket before we install the side rails, and we'll just go ahead and grab our 2 bolts and just get them both started, and we'll grab the ratchet. We can get them tightened up. Now with that snugged up, we can grab our side rail and set it into place. So as you can see with the side rail, there are 2 studs, and these were actually covered with a small cap just for powder coating purposes, but those are gonna slot right into here, and then the front will slot right onto that bracket. So we're just gonna set this into place, and they drop right in. Now we're gonna go ahead and use those 2 nuts that we have on each side for these, and then go ahead and grab our 4 more bolts, 2 on each side, to get this rail completely secure. So now go ahead and grab 2 of your nuts, and we're gonna put them underneath here on the studs. And once again, just gonna get them snugged up. And then we're gonna go up front and put 2 of the bolts up and through this side rail. Now once you have both of these 2 tightened here, go ahead and tighten this one down, and then tighten those 2 nuts up front, and then the side rail will be completely secure. Repeat the exact same process on the other side. Then we're gonna lay a foam strip across the front and start to get the tonneau cover on. So now the next step is to get your drain tubes on. Now we're just gonna go ahead and take the included tubes, push them right onto the bottom. Make sure they're nice and tight. And then these are just gonna tuck right in the back corner of the bed. Just go right in like that. That way any excess water in this channel will drain right out. We'll do the exact same on the other side, and then we can throw the tonneau on. Now we can set our tonneau cover into place. We're gonna open it up here and see exactly where it wants to sit. So what we're doing here is we laid it down on just to see exactly where it needs to sit, and we now have a gap right here in the bed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and move the entire tonneau cover backwards until we get a good seal back here on the back end. So these clamps here are actually going to slot into the front section of the rail, and they're gonna just sit right like so. So what's gonna happen is these are actually slidable here, and when we flip this over, we'll put them both backwards like that, and then these are going to clamp onto the bottom section and give us a firm, tight feel up here. That way the front of this tonneau cover is completely secure, and then you can fold it backwards. So we're gonna put both of these on either side, flip this over, I'll crawl under it, and then we can go ahead and get both of them tightened up, and that's gonna be it for this one. All right guys, we got everything tightened up on this tonneau cover. Now, if you wanna open it once you're done with the install, you simply pull on one side of this lever, flip it back once, and if you wanted to leave it just like this with your tailgate closed, you could haul lumber or something like that in there, or you can actually pull the second tab and flip it all the way up. And then what's really neat about this is they actually give a provided clip location for the tonneau cover, so you can just flip that over, clip it right into the front, and now this isn't gonna move if you do have to drive while it's transported. And then if you wanna go ahead and close it, simply roll it once, let it drop a little bit. You'll hear a click on those tabs that you just released, and then go ahead and do it again, and click it down, close up your bed, and that's gonna be the complete installation of this rough country tonneau cover. Now the installation of this tonneau cover is complete. It was honestly super simple. It'll probably take you about 30 minutes in your driveway. And the only tools you need, you're gonna need a blade to cut that. You also need a 10mm to get all those bolts and nuts tightened up. And then you have a nice, completely secure tonneau cover that you can't get into unless you actually release the unlock button on the Jeep and have this thing completely opened up. Now what's cool about this is you can keep your valuables nice and secure. There's a good amount of weather sealing around the edge of this, and I think it just looks really nice. It's a nice flat design that really gives it a modern look onto the back of your Jeep for a reasonable price point. Now if you guys want to check out this rough country tonneau cover as well as many other great parts for your JL or Gladiator like this, be sure to visit cjponyparts.com.